All right, while gather round, and this pod will be for my new picklers not wanting to break the bank because we're about to go deep into the world of cheap pickleball paddles. Now, I know what some of you snobby players are thinking, Billy. Why would I cheap out on my gear? This is pickleball we're talking about here. Well, listen up, folks, because not all of us have Bezos-level funds to drop on top-of-the-line paddles. Sometimes you got to work with what you got in the budget. But that doesn't mean you have to settle for trash equipment that'll have you shanking balls into the parking lot. Now, I've done the hard work of scouring Amazon to find the diamond in the rough budget paddles that'll still let you bring that pickleball heat. So grab a brew and settle in, because we're going full paddle nerd over here. Let's start with the Pickleball Paddles Set of 2 by ERABAY. Now, when I first saw the stupid low price on these, I was skeptical as hell. Carbon fiber paddles for under $25? Come on, son, there's no way these aren't just overpriced toys, right? But hot dog, was I wrong. These ERABAY paddles are USA Pickleball Association approved, which means they meet all the official specs to be legit tournament-level paddles. The carbon fiber face gives you that crispy response we all crave, while still having just enough pop to put some mustard on your drives. And they really went the extra mile by tossing in 4 pickleballs, 2 cooling towels, and a carry bag. It's like the full dang pickleball starter kit. Speaking of which, having those extra accessories is clutch for us 4 hitters. There's nothing worse than getting all sweaty and not having a chamois handy to dry your paws. And we've all been there scrambling around the court for a spare ball after hitting a cooker into the parking lot. With the ERABAY set, you're covered. But let's talk about the paddles themselves for a sec. That carbon fiber face provides just the right amount of forgiveness, so you don't have to be so dang precise with your strikes. We all miss it shots here and there, and these babies will still give you a playable response. The caveat is that carbon fiber can produce a bit of a trampolining effect on super off-center hits. But for the money, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Now, for you beginners out there, let me put you on game with the Incisae Pickleball Paddle Set. This is about as perfect of a starter kit as it gets in my book. You get 2 fiberglass composite paddles that are built to last a beating from all your misshits while you're still learning. Fiberglass has a lower power potential than graphite or carbon fiber, which is actually perfect for developing those finesse shots early on. You don't want to be slapping bullets everywhere when you're just trying to work on consistency. What I really love, though, is that the Incisae comes with a cooling towel and protective paddle cover. See, they know what's up. Keeping your paddles dry and safe between games is so key to prolonging their life. I can't tell you how many cheap paddles I've prematurely worn out in high humidity because I didn't take care of them properly off the court. The paddle face on these has a nice textured roughness that provides great spin potential too. You'll be able to put some serious English on the ball to mess with your opponent's timing. Just be warned that textured face does eat through the pickleballs a bit faster, so you'll want to rotate in fresh ones every few sessions. For you hard hitters out there, I've got the perfect affordable paddle for you, the Vecchie Pickleball Paddles. This graphite fiberglass composite is all about packing a crispy punch. The Vecchie paddles have that signature rigid response that lets you put your entire weight behind booming ground strokes. We're talking put-away power at a baseline bargain price. Now, don't get me wrong. These aren't going to have the refined touch and control of a $200 Selkirk or Paddle Tech. There's definitely a smaller sweet spot to work with, but for clubbing balls back with pace, you can't beat the bang for your buck here. The lightweight graphite construction makes them super maneuverable as well. You'll be able to easily get racket prep and take aggressive swings without feeling like you're choking up too much. For the money, these are an absolute steal for the big hitters. One thing to note, though, I did find the Vecchie paddles had a tendency to produce some wonky, low skidding, spinning shots when hitting them low to the court. Not the biggest deal if you're looking to just blast forehands all day. But if you need precision placement, you may want to aim a little higher on the trajectory. Last but certainly not least, we've got my dark horse budget pick, the Incisae pickleball paddles. Now, I'll be honest, when I first saw these ones, I kind of ignored them based on the brand name alone. Incisae? What the heck even is that? Sounds like an off-brand kitchen appliance or something. But boy, am I glad I gave these carbon fiber bad boys a chance. They might just be my favorite all-around budget paddle in this entire list. That rigid carbon face pack's way more pop and percussive response than you'd expect from the stupid low price tag. We're talking tourney-approved power here, folks. What separates the Incisaes, though, is the spin potential from that rough, textured graphite hitting surface. I'm able to put so much ridiculous overspin and side spin on the ball with a flick of the wrists. You'll have your opponents looking like they did a triple take, wondering where that bendy ball came from. The paddle weight is spot on as well, not too heavy to feel cumbersome, but with enough heft to really punch the ball. That's a really tricky balance to strike, especially in the budget space. My only real gripe is that the grip could be a touch thicker and tackier. I did end up having to apply an overgrip to get it just how I like it in my pitchfork of a hand. But that's a minor quibble considering how stupid versatile and well-rounded this paddle plays overall. So listen up, folks. There you have it, my fully uncensored take on the best cheap pickleball paddles currently available on Amazon. We're talking high performance, high value picks that'll take your game to the next level without breaking the dang bank. In this humble pickleball junkie's opinion, you really can't go wrong with any of these budget options I broke down. Each one excels in its own way while providing a stupid amount of value compared to those overpriced boutique brands. At the end of the day, having affordable gear makes this game way more approachable and grows the community. Okay, folks, it's been real. Now that this has all been said, I personally have a PB Pro $250 paddle. However, not everyone plays that often. If you play here and there or just getting started, these are a great option. If you are trying to go pro and beat the Johns brothers, I probably would not recommend. But I am talking the average jokester here. See ya on the next one.